Illinois' news channel, WEEK TV 25.
It's time to pick up after the storms blew through.
News 25 at 6 with Tom McIntyre, Christine Zach, Lee Ranson's weather, and Lee Hall with sports. This is News 25 at 6.
Good evening, everybody. Central Illinois' weather has been anything but nice this week.
Lots of rain causing flooding, thunderstorms, and even tornadoes.
Some Marshall County residents were picking up today after a storm yesterday that left at least one family homeless. Adam Nielsen has the story.
Barb Halley says her 14-year-old son Jeremy was watching previews for a new blockbuster movie when the sky turned green and the winds began to blow.
My son was saying that right as they were showing stuff about Twister, my husband heard it upstairs, you know, the previews. It's like whoosh. He said at first he heard like a train. I don't know what he meant by that, like you know, a noise. And then he said it was just like the wind just took the part of the house. And of course my son, I mean, he ran out. And my husband said that it felt like he was, you know, getting pulled. He went running down the steps and ended up almost falling down the steps trying to get out.
Outside, a large tree was uprooted. Siding was blown for more than a quarter mile. Trees had ornaments of destruction. There were no physical scars, but Hallie says her son woke up with nightmares.
And he was just, I mean, screaming. He was a very restless night. In fact, I asked him if he wanted to come out. He didn't even want to come out because it was raining when I left Henry, and he's scared. He wants to stay in the basement, he says.
Hallie says her husband is discouraged. His renovation project was set back to the beginning.
What he did in a year and a half is gone in a matter of seconds. I mean,
the family's living with relatives in Henry and plans to rebuild. In Marshall County, Adam Nielsen, News 25 at 6.
Well, a Tazewell County couple can relate to what the folks in Varna are going through. Nearly a year ago, a tornado roared through the South Pekin area, destroying homes and property and turning lives upside down. Greg and Stacy Coffrin lost their home. Now they've moved into a new place, but they know how unimportant possessions can be.
You realize how fragile life really is. You learn that material things and things like that really don't matter at all. Just how fragile life is.
Tonight, the Coffrins are taking in a movie together, Twister, which opens around the country tonight. We'll hear more from the Coffrins on Nightside.
In other news, rescuers found the body of an Eastern Illinois University student in Lake Charleston in Coles County. However, they say they have yet to find the body of his companion, who authorities believe drowned as well. Coles County authorities would not identify which student was found. Officials say 3 men were playing around when one fell in. His 2 companions went in after him, but only one was able to get out. Police say the men were drinking. The 2 missing are 21-year-old Joe B. of Springfield and 23-year-old Tim Fix of Plainville. Recent reports about mad cow disease and people getting sick from E. coli have made folks nervous about their food.
They want to know what to do to prevent a food-related illness. Tonight, News 25's Vokay Parker asks and answers the question, how safe is your food?
These home videos tell a beautiful story, the story of a picture-perfect wedding day between Brett and Michelle of Indianapolis in 1992. Unfortunately, what it doesn't show is what happened 2 days later. Over 50 guests coming down with food poisoning.
Throwing up, very violent diarrhea. And I never get it, and that's what I thought was very strange.
These days, food safety has become a hot topic on talk shows. In March, over 150,000 people in Britain were diagnosed with the often fatal mad cow disease after eating contaminated meat. In the U.S., British beef has been banned since 1989, and there has never been a case reported here. But still, there are concerns.
In our slaughtering process, we're continually monitoring this. So if we find the first case, I mean, they'd go back to the point of origin of where it might have occurred and probably really eliminate that particular location.
And furthermore, the United States Department of Agriculture has strict guidelines on food safety. Once the food makes it here to your local supermarket, the USDA has done its part. And now it's up to you to make sure you are handling and preparing food safely in your home.
Poultry especially is very susceptible to salmonella bacteria, and that's not a problem because we just need to cook it, make sure we cook it till no longer any red blood or red juices run from it.
Some other tips to remember. Make sure that ground beef is cooked at 170 degrees to kill bacteria such as E. coli. Be sure to keep kitchen surfaces clean to prevent cross-contamination. And finally, always refrigerate perishable items immediately. Not doing so could encourage bacterial growth and make you sick. And remember, when eating out at a restaurant, if you are ever concerned about the quality of the food served, send it back. As the old saying goes, it's better to be safe than sorry. In East Peoria, Voke Parker, News 25 at 6.
A Peoria County coroner's jury could not determine the cause of death for a man killed in a hit-and-run accident. Walter Petra Jr. died last February after being struck by a car while walking on Washington Road. Petra had severe swelling of the brain due to trauma from the accident. However, his blood alcohol count was 3 times the legal limit. The coroner's jury recommended the East Peoria Police Department and Tazewell County State's Attorney continue their investigation into the accident and in trying to find the driver that hit him.
Peoria police arrested a 16-year-old boy for attempted murder early this morning. It happened on Green Lawn at this house. Reports say Carlos Zollicoffer fired several shots at 36-year-old Anthony Charles. This after the teenager reportedly came home and found Charles and a woman, Ernestine Zollicoffer, having a domestic dispute. Police say the teen admitted to shooting at Charles. Officials say they recovered 4 .22 caliber casings and 1 bullet from the scene. Both Ernestine Zollicoffer and Anthony Charles were arrested for domestic battery. It's taken 3 days, but there's finally a full jury seated to hear the Arlie Ray Davis murder trial in Morrison, Illinois. Opening statements are set to begin Monday morning at 9 a.m. Davis of Peoria is charged with killing Lori Gwynn of Kewanee, whose body was discovered in the Hennepin Canal. Police believe Davis may also be connected to the disappearance of Peorian Stephanie Gibson. If convicted, Davis could get the death penalty.
The United Auto Workers Local 974 election may be over, but there is still something of a feud brewing within the union. One of the challengers, John Backus, is protesting the results. He lost to incumbent President Jerry Brown. Backus claims some 1,200 ballots weren't counted because those members were found ineligible to vote. He wants to know why. He concedes the votes won't make a difference in his race, but says they could affect the bargaining chairman race. Jerry Baker was reelected to that post. Backus is taking his complaint to the UAW general election. Local election committee chair Ed Platt would not say whether Backus's claims are correct.
There's more news still to come for Bloomington and all of Central Illinois.
We'll see why English as a second language is a popular class in Peoria.
And are you about sick of the rain? I think so. It looks like it might be over for a while. We'll be back to talk about a nice sunny weekend in just a few minutes.
Lilacs and viburnums give an extra dimension to your landscape. Stop by Hare Nursery now and colorscape your yard with flowering shrubs.
We have a lot of dreams for our family.
For years, the Haydens have had their life insurance with American Family.
Our daughter Ashley, a new home, that's a lot of responsibility.
What's this?
A fish?
Very good.
I think about our future every day.
Loyalty, the mark of satisfied customers.
American Family Insurance.
Look in the white or yellow pages for an American Family agent near you.
Windows are an important part of your home's efficiency and fashion. SunGuard has many window treatments that will help save energy and beautify your home. SunGuard on War Memorial just west of the McCluggage Bridge.
Uniformly Perfect salutes National Healthcare Month. Visit Uniformly Perfect today, Central Illinois' largest uniform center featuring scrubs, apparel, and medical gifts. Sterling Plaza, Peoria.
USA. Carpet any room in your home with no money down. No payment payments for 1 year. No interest for 1 year. Choose plushes, rivers, loops, textures, wear dated, Stainmaster, Trustmark. Every color, every style, every brand. They're all on sale. Then take 1 full year before you pay a penny. Yes, carpet today with no money down. No payments, no interest for 1 year. No.
Carpetland USA.
Through Saturday only at Carpetland USA.
I wonder if the neighbor's got an ALS-resistant weed. Now that's what I call a resistant weed. Hey, Old Buck's good, but with Bucktril, we manage ALS resistance before it's a problem. Right, boy? Want to know more? Drop by your Bucktril dealer soon.
When you see news happening, call Star 25.
State lawmakers and education leaders agree it's going to take at least a year to resurrect the governor's plan to reform education funding. The plan dead on arrival the day it was announced. It called for raising state income taxes to pay for a minimum level for funding per student statewide. It also called for property tax relief. Election year politics caused lawmakers to flee from those recommendations, but the report's author says there's still reason for optimism.
The fact is, Illinois still has an irrational, unreliable system of funding education. There are still vast inequities among our schools, and the system basically is unfair, particularly to taxpayers as well as to schools. Those problems remain.
State Senator John Maitland of Bloomington says he thinks it's possible funding reform will pass next year. Most people learn how to speak English at an early age.
But learning another language when you're an adult can be extremely difficult, especially if you're in a different country. Trezana Halstead has more on some Peoria newcomers who are giving English a try.
I come from Russia.
My name is Mei Ting. I come from Taiwan.
My name is Kyumi. I am from Vietnam. Some are immigrants. Some come because their spouses got jobs in Peoria. Others are just here to visit. But they're all your neighbors, and they want to learn English.
Because we are here in the United States. If you go to another country, you must speak the same language.
It's important if I want to fit for going in this country to learn first language. Yes, it's the main reason. And to understand what's happening around me.
Yesterday, we started talking about work customs.
Mrs. Newsom says she likes to think of her class not as a melting pot, but as a salad bowl, where students come from all over the country to add special flavors and spices to our community.
We have such diversity and all blend in beautifully to make this the world in which we live.
They are enjoying it, but some students say English isn't the easiest language to learn.
No, it's hard. It's very hard.
Do you practice at home?
Just a little bit with my children.
So do your children speak English?
Yes, very good.
Even though English is their second language, these students say learning to speak it makes Peoria feel like their second home. Trezana Halstead, News 25 at 6.
Good for them.
That's great, isn't it? Are you guys sick of the rain too?
Boy, aren't we? My grass, you know, there are things hiding out there.
There's probably small animals back in there.
Deer.
It is, you know, it's strange because people right in the city of Peoria say, we haven't had that much rain. Well, we have only had about 3 inches of rain so far this month, but just to the south of us, like in Beardstown, they've had over 10 inches in just the past week. That's where you run into your real problems, and it looks like maybe some of our showers are going to be moving out here. We'll have a nice weekend coming up. Temperatures are already starting to drop on us. 55 degrees in Peoria. That's our low so far for the day. 58 in the Twin Cities. Winds out of the north. The barometer is on the rise, and the allergy index, because of the rain, is holding down pretty good. It's only a 2 because of some trees and weeds that are now starting to show up. We'll see you over at the maps in a minute.
It's the final weekend of Cohen's Mega May sale with no interest till 1997. Cohen's has mega savings on brand name living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, recliners, carpet, bedding, and more. Save on hundreds of items at every department and pay no interest till 1997. Plus, with Cohen's 30-day money-back guarantee on all furniture purchases, you'll never make a mistake buying at Cohen's. But hurry, Cohen's Mega May sale with no interest till 1997 ends Monday. Cohen's, for all the comforts of home.
Tonight's the night we'll make history.
Soon, history will be made. Tennessee Young, Tommy Shaw, James Young, Chuck Panazzo. The original Styx returns for the first time in 13 years. The Return to Paradise Theater Tour. Saturday, July 20th at Peoria Civic Center. With very special guest stars, Kansas. Tickets on sale Saturday at the box office. Ticketmasters are charged by phone.
I'll check it out. You need suspension work. Better see the experts at Meineke. Meineke doesn't just do mufflers and brakes. They do complete undercar care. Shocks, struts, and CV joints.
At Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
I guarantee it.
In 1985, News 25 revealed Central Illinois' 10 most powerful leaders. There have been a lot of changes since then. News 25 and Interbusiness Issues are teaming up to see who are taking leadership roles now. The top 10 include business, government, and community leaders, and 9 new faces. Find out which leaders you choose as Central Illinois' 10 most powerful. The countdown starts Sunday night when Mike Demick unveils the 10th through 6th place finishers. It's Central Illinois' 10 most powerful leaders, starting Sunday on News 25 Nightside.
The Tower Parks Arts and Crafts Show is this weekend, just in time for Mother's Day. Over 65 exhibitors will be there featuring many craft items, including numerous stitchery items, wood crafts, dolls, and floral arrangements. And with Mother's Day just around the corner, the Arts and Crafts Show is a perfect opportunity to find that special something for your mom. And be sure to sample all the food the vendors will have. Visit the Tower Parks Arts and Crafts Show this Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5 at the corner of Prospect and Glen in Peoria Heights. Admission is free.
Folks, did you know there's one tool that fixes all your undercar service needs? Yep, introducing the Meineke credit card. There's no annual fee, and you don't need to make a payment for 90 days. When it comes to convenience, this card is the champ. I guarantee it.
Well, if you've been outside in the past hour or so, you undoubtedly know the cold front has just about moved through us here. 72 is our high. That came just at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and already it's down to 55. That's our low so far for the day, giving us a mean of 64, normal 60, so we're still 4 degrees above normal for the day. But you can really see some really dropping temperatures up to the north of us. Chicago's already down to 44. It's 48 in Rockford. And look at this, still 80 down in Carbondale, where it's still storming, though, too. 93, the record high, 100 years ago today, and it was 25. That's the latest hard freeze we've ever had around here back in 1966 on May 10th. Here's what it looks like on the national picture, and you can see finally that there's a little bit of open space out to the west of us here. Actually, some clear skies back through Minnesota and parts of the Dakotas. Lots of activity moving through still in Missouri, and this is the area that moved through here this afternoon. It's clear on to Pennsylvania by now. It is really moving along at a very quick clip. And what it looks like is going to happen is some of these storms that are down here to the south, which we are still watching, it looks like they're going to go to the south of us. So outside of a few showers yet tonight, we should be out of the woods as far as the rain's concerned. But the folks down south are finally getting some in the southwest. Parts of Texas are also getting some rain. They're getting some rain back out here in Denver all the way up to Rapid City, and believe it or not, even some snow showers up there. Tulsa getting a big thunderstorm right now all the way up to Springfield, Missouri. That line travels all the way up to about the St. Louis area, but as you can see, it's considerably south of us, and it is moving to the east. So outside of a few clouds that are hanging out here, the rest of us maybe just a few light, thin showers overnight, but that's about it. The cold front obviously has pushed all the way across our part of the state. High pressure is bringing very cold air in from up north, and it is going to be cool during the day tomorrow, but we should see some sunshine. Temperatures will be cool, but thank goodness the rain is over. We are only going to get into the mid-50s tomorrow. They're calling for mid-40s through this whole upper part of the country. The warm air kind of stuck out in the southwest again. Here's what our forecast looks like now. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a few lingering showers. Our low temperature, a chilly 45 with north winds 10 to 20. During the day tomorrow and for the race for the cure, it'll be a little cool, but it should be partly sunny with a high of 55, winds out of the north 10 to 15. Tomorrow night, fair skies, downright chilly, our low of 38. And then for Sunday, partly sunny, high of 55 again. So a cool but sunny weekend, and it looks like the first of the week is going to warm up nicely. We see Monday 65, Tuesday a 70. Our next chance of showers comes on Wednesday with maybe 75, but some nice dry weather to finally dry things out a little bit.
It's promising.
Yes.
Thanks, Lee. Sports is next with Lee Hall. He's live at Carver Arena.
That is where the Rivermen are tonight, getting ready for their 4th game with Utah. Lee?
That's right, Mac. The Rivermen and Utah face off a little over an hour from now, and the Rivermen need a win to tie things up. We will talk live with Coach Paul McLean coming up next in sports.
Light Rock 107. Always a better variety of light rock while you work without a lot of talk. Whitney Houston, Billy Joel, Mariah Carey, Rod Stewart, Light Rock 107, Michael Bolton, Bonnie Raitt, Phil Collins, Amy Grant, Elton John. Listen while you work for the free money song. Light Rock 107. Always a better variety of light rock while you work.
Don't miss it. Friday and Saturday, Famous Bar's 15-hour sale with 25 to 50% off store-wide. And don't forget Sunday's Mother's Day. Shop early, shop late, special preview hours Friday 9 to 11 and extra hours Saturday 8 to 11. Plus, hurry in for early bird special Saturday morning till 11. It's a great sale you won't want to miss. Famous Bar's 15-hour sale with extra hours to shop this Friday and Saturday. Great savings store-wide and great gifts for mom at the 15-hour sale. Friday and Saturday only at Famous Bar.
I'm Stone Phillips. Tonight on Dateline Friday, dark secrets locked away inside military criminal files. Crimes against women and children. Is there a cover-up going on inside the armed forces? Watch our revealing investigation tonight on Dateline.
If you want more truck per buck, you want a Ford F-150. Now America's #1 selling full-size has low financing or cash back. Get more safety with a standard driver's airbag, more standard torque than anything in its class, and more value. Like low 4.8 financing for up to 48 months or $600 cash back on every new regular cab in stock. Plus, air conditioning at no extra charge. 4.8 financing or $600 cash back. See your local Ford dealer today. There's more to afford.
So, you can't fall asleep, or you can't go back to sleep, or you can't sleep when the rest of the world is awake. At this point, the results are all the same because irregular sleep is not normal, and the effects are far-reaching and long-lasting. Proctor's Sleep Disorders Clinic has programs to combat all kinds of problems. Call for a free evaluation. Then, have a good night.
The Rivermen need to bear down tonight on the Grizzlies in Game 4 here at Carver Arena. Utah leads the best-of-7 series 2 games to 1, a 7:38 face-off. Here at Carver Arena, we'll have highlights on Nightside. Rivermen coach Paul McLean joins us now live. You would have liked to have swept 3, ideally, but realistically, I think talking to you guys the other day, you were looking for 2 out of the 3. That means wins tonight and tomorrow.
Well, we certainly wanted to win Game 3. That was a pretty big game coming home after getting the split, but we're only disappointed in the outcome of the game. We weren't disappointed at all in the way that we played. We certainly played well enough to win the game, and we just have to find a way to get more than one puck behind Tommy Salo. It puts an awful lot of pressure on our goaltending and our defensive scheme if we're only scoring 1 goal a night. We're capable of scoring more than 1 goal, and we certainly have to find a way to do that.
Yeah, taking a look at some highlights from Game 3 the other night. The officiating wasn't the best, but like you say, you're not going to win many games with just 1 goal.
No, it's impossible to, and we can't look for excuses and blame the official on what he didn't call and what he called. He has his job to do. We have our job to do. We need to score more than 1 goal if we're going to win any hockey game, and tonight we certainly plan to do that.
What kind of things do you try and do differently against a hot goaltender like Tommy Salo?
Well, I want to make sure he works. We only got 29 shots on him, but we need a little more quality of shots. We passed up a lot of shots and made passes on him. We have to make sure we get into the attacking zone, that we're taking shots and we're attacking the net, looking for second, third rebounds. We have to fight through checks that are there and just be a little more determined around the net. We don't get 15 chances on him. If you only get 10, you better bear down.
There's a long way to go in this Turner Cup playoffs, but you have to be proud of the way your guys have bared down last part of the season and here in the playoffs.
Well, we're tremendously proud of our team. The 25 athletes we've had here since the 20th deadline has been outstanding. They've believe in themselves. They believe they can win. They believe they can beat anybody, and we certainly haven't started to do that yet.
Best of luck. Go get them tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
Paul McLean, Riverman head coach, joining us tonight. Riverman owner Bruce Sowers tells 25 Sports there are 2 cities interested in buying his IHL franchise. Bruce can't tell us the names of the cities, but he says things are going pretty well so far.
I was on the phone twice today with Commissioner Bob Ufer about the sale of my team, the franchise, to a couple of other markets, which is going to happen, I'm pretty sure. And thank God for that. The team will be able to stay together, the coaches will be able to stay together, and they'll do very, very well. Probably better than they've ever done in Peoria. And that makes me feel real good. At least I've done that part of it.
And now on to basketball. Big game tomorrow. Bulls forward Tony Kukoc didn't make the trip, however, to New York for Game 3 against the Knicks. Kukoc is in Northwestern Memorial Hospital after injuring his lower back in today's practice. Bulls trainer Chip Schaefer says Kukoc was in a lot of discomfort. Michael Jordan says he saw Kukoc go down all of a sudden at the end of today's practice. Kukoc won't play in Game 3 or 4. Of course, neither will you, but you can see Game 3 right here on WEEK, noon tomorrow on TV 25. Bulls take a 2-0 lead and 3 of the best defenders in the league to Madison Square Garden. Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan all named to the NBA's all-defensive first team.
I've taken a lot of pride in throughout my career, and you know, it's good to still be there and still be looked at one of the top defensive players in the league, as well as Dennis and Michael.
I think to be rewarded in that is great. I mean, but I think we still have a lot of work to accomplish, and you know, I'd like to see us finish it off right.
And again, Game 3 tomorrow at noon right here on WEEK. Game 4 is Mother's Day at 4:30. Bulls assistant coach Jimmy Clemens fined $2,500 today by the NBA for initiating a verbal confrontation Tuesday night with Patrick Ewing. Baseball tonight, the Cardinals host L.A. The Cubs are at New York. The Yankees visit the White Sox. The Chiefs are on the road at West Michigan. We will have scores and highlights tonight on Nightside. With photographer Vance Termont at Carver Arena in downtown Peoria, Lee Hall, 25 Sports.
Thanks, Lee. When we come back, we'll introduce you to tonight's local heroes.
They tell us why flowers make the perfect gift.
Pets. I love my pet.
He's cuddly, he's snuggly.
Crazy about them? More than anything, besides my parents, of course. Or just plain crazy.
Give me a hug. Give me loving. Ooh, give me a kiss. Give Daddy some loving.
Aw. I feel that he is my dog. And serious help needed here.
She sleeps under the covers with us.
We go out to the herb patch and have a little catnip together.
I would do anything to keep her happy.
PetSmart has thousands of things to keep your pet happy for less.
But mostly, her breath stinks.
And we can help with that, too.
If you're shopping for a new computer, the best place to go is Circuit City right now. Hurry in today and get a $150 instant discount on any computer. Save on Packard Bell, Compaq, Apple, NEC, and more. Plus, get a $25 instant discount on all printers and monitors. And there's more. You'll get free delivery on all big screen TVs 32 inches and larger. Plus, free delivery and free choice of color on all appliances $399 and up. It's all going on right now at Circuit City.
Authorities, your Carrier dealer, the only one with the weather maker.
Buy any Carrier heating or cooling system and get 6 months, no payment, no interest. For over 30 years, Heinold Heating and Air Conditioning has installed energy-efficient products to keep families like yours comfortable. Call the professionals at Heinold Heating and Air Conditioning.
Call your Carrier dealer. It'd be a crime to call anyone else.
Soon, you may be offered a managed health care plan, and this means choosing doctors to coordinate your care. So if you're at this crossroad, remember that Health Alliance bases its choice of doctors on the ones you know and prefer, which means you're not only getting an affordable health plan, you're getting one you can feel comfortable with, too.
The doctors you prefer, a plan you can afford, together with Health Alliance. For information, call 1-800-851-3379 or ask your employer for details.
Tonight's local hero is proudly sponsored by Consolidated Communications. From vision come values.
Coming up tonight only on Nightside, we definitely don't hear a lot about it, and it may not be as common as breast cancer among women, but male breast cancer is just as deadly if not caught early.
Tonight, News 25's Sabrina Kang talks to a local survivor, and we hear from a doctor who says it may be more common than many think.
We'll have those stories and all the rest of the day's news, weather, and sports tonight only on Nightside. Well, flowers and children go hand in hand for tonight's local heroes.
They're from the Environmental Services Department at St. Francis Medical Center. That group held their annual plant sale in the shuttle lobby at St. Francis today. Setup began at 5 this morning with volunteers unloading the 2,000 plants for sale. Organizers say it's an important fundraiser for the children, and they don't mind the early hours.
And all the proceeds go to the Children's Miracle Network, and we've been doing it for several years now, and it's going to be a big event. It's one of the most largest plant sales that the hospital does for the Children's Miracle Network.
The Children's Miracle Network broadcast is here on WEEK-TV June 1st and 2nd.
And that is it for us. We'll see you tonight on News 25 Nightside at 10.
Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Did Mrs. Garner save this one for teething or this one?
Oh, darling, darling.
Mrs. Garner? Mr. Garner?
Idea.
Mrs. Garner? Mrs. Garner? Mr. Garner?
Maybe you do need cellular service. 360 Communications. Access to anyone.
Block by block, street by street, there's something in the air. We're building up America, and we're building it square by square.
For an offer you can really sink your teeth into, hurry into Builder Square to purchase a Weber gas or charcoal grill and receive a mail-in certificate good for free gourmet steaks and burgers from Omaha Steaks. Offer ends Sunday, May 12th. Builder Square, getting America squared away.
The cosmetic surgery procedures that are available